Alien Isolation is the only Alien story since 1979 that truly understands that the real monster here isn't the creature, it's the atmosphere. The tension, the slowness, the feeling that this place will end you long before the Xeno has a chance to find you. Creative Assembly didn't mimic the classic film for the console. They resurrected the way fear moves through a space. If you're new to it, Alien Isolation is a 2014 survival horror game where you play Amanda Ripley on a dying space station, hunted by a single, seemingly unkillable alien, exactly like the original film. But maybe even better. Let's get into it. A quick sidebar before we go any further. We just crossed 500,000 views on the Alien Semiotics episode, which is, frankly, wild. And a bunch of you pointed out that Alien Isolation carried Ron Cobb's semiotic symbols into the game. Correct. Gold star. But here's the thing. That sent me back into the game. And as I played, I realized there is so much more happening here than just Cobb's warning symbols surviving into a new medium. There's an entire design philosophy buried inside this game. One so meticulous, so masochistically faithful, so emotionally aware, that it deserves its own deep dive. When Creative Assembly built Alien Isolation, they didn't set out to make an Aliens game. Creative director Alistair Hope said it plainly. We knew from day one we wanted to pit the player against one alien, because the original film is about horror, not action. And credit where it's due, Hope treated this IP like a sacred relic. He refused to dishonor the film with imitation. He guarded it with the kind of obsessive discipline that only comes from someone who truly understands why the original works. Every keypad, every camera, every clunky terminal, not imagined, reconstructed. With the same limitations, the same raw materials, the same analog decay humming beneath the surface. What Creative Assembly achieved here is, in many ways, more technically impressive than the film itself. Because filmmaking has this advantage: control. Ridley Scott could show you exactly what he wanted to. Every shadow, every breath of steam, every meticulously composed frame. That is cinematography. But in games, you don't get to guide the audience's eye. Players look away. They panic. They break your perfect composition because terror makes people stupid. You have to design systems, not shots, behaviors, not frames. And yet, Isolation manages to recreate the pacing, the tension, and the dread of the first film without being able to control the camera. The team followed a simple rule. Any technology developed after 1979 would be ignored. They refused to design anything that the original film crew couldn't have built as a physical prop. That's discipline. That's masochism. That's love. Most horror games give you these power fantasies. There's jump scares, monsters that sprint at you like they're late for work. But Alien Isolation gives you something different. Behavioral fear. The kind that changes how you breathe, how you wait, how you move. Play the game for an hour and watch what your body does. Your shoulders rise, your steps get quiet, and suddenly you're pressing yourself against walls like you're sneaking past your parents' bedroom at 3 a.m. And that fear comes from one of the game's most brilliant ideas. The alien isn't controlled by an AI. It's controlled by two. There's the moment-to-moment alien eye that searches, stalks, and wanders. But above that, a director AI quietly nudges the creature toward the player without letting it feel scripted. It's invisible puppetry. It's Hitchcock, but with algorithms. Fear isn't the alien. Fear is not knowing what it knows. designer Gary Napper and artist Jude Bond helped create an ecosystem that studies you. It notices your patterns. It punishes your comfort. Hide in the same locker too often? Bad choice. Sprint twice now because you think you're alone? Congratulations, you're toast. This game denies you power with a cruelty I respect. Saving the game is a gamble. Crafting is exposure. Every action is a risk. This is UI and UX designed for uncertainty and fear. And if you've ever wondered why Seegson slaps that Purina dog chow looking checkerboard everywhere, it's not branding. It's a hazard warning. But not for you. About you. Because on Sevastopol, you're just dead meat walking. And the result is a world that feels hostile before the alien even enters the room. Hazard stripes, flickering lights, dying machinery. Every piece of the environment is a sentence in a visual design language Ron Cobb architected in 1979. And Isolation speaks it fluently. To make this game feel truly analog, the UI team did something outrageous. They recorded their animations onto VHS and Betamax, then played them through a real CRT monitor with the tracking dial slightly off to capture authentic signal distortion. They intentionally degraded their own artwork to make it feel handmade. Most studios slap on a filter. These maniacs built a time machine. That's not nostalgia. That's mania. In a world obsessed with fast travels and instant respawns, Alien Isolation does the unthinkable. It chooses slowness. Speed is power. Slowness is vulnerability. That nifty flamethrower doesn't make you strong. It buys you seconds. And the motion tracker, that little iconic handheld radar, that doesn't make things easier. It tunnels your vision. It lies to you by omission. Behind the scenes, the audio team modified the tracker's ping dynamically based on the walls and materials and the alien's true position. Fear isn't an emotion here, it's a physics interaction. This is design serving truth. Alien has never been about killing a monster. Alien is about surviving a space that hates you. Sevastopol is a decomposing station, a corporate carcass, a place built to fail with you sealed inside. The alien isn't the scariest monster here. Hell, it's a fellow traveler stuck in the same terrible situation you are. That's why the game works. It honors the philosophy of Alien more than the most sequels ever have. It treats fear as architecture, and the result is a game widely regarded as one of the greatest horror survival titles ever made. A huge thank you to SHN Survival Horror Network, who graciously allowed me to use clips from their phenomenal no-commentary gameplay. Their Isolation playthrough is honestly a work of art itself. I've linked them below. Go follow them. So yes, the team at Creative Assembly did the extraordinary. They platformed dread. They rebuilt fear in a medium that resists control. If you want a deeper breakdown, the motion tracker UX, the alien AI logic, the environmental semiotics, tell me in the comments. And if you're passionate about iconic design and the design process, subscribe for more. Okay, I'll see you in the next one.